Hilton Clarke, who's the coach of the Life Center Academy in Burlington. He's got an interesting weekend lined up as a lot of former players are competing in the NCAA women's tournament. So we're going to get his take on what's going on with the NCAA women and figure out why it is he's got such a great program. So good morning, Coach.
Good morning. How are you?
Hey, thanks for joining us. To be honest with you, I'd never even heard of the Life Center Academy, but as I'm sure a lot of people haven't. But apparently you guys have a great program and are producing some outstanding athletes. I saw at least 4 former players in the NCAA women's tournament, which I thought was pretty neat.
Yes, it's a small school in Burlington, New Jersey. Probably about 350 kids, but that's from kindergarten to 12th grade. So, okay. Very small school, but good basketball, both women's and men. And I think we actually had 6 women in NCAAs going on right now.
Yeah, I saw on NJ.com had a cool little feature that's gave people a little insight into players with New Jersey ties that are in both the NCAA women and men's tournament. And some of your former players, Aja Ellison from Maryland, they're a number 2 seed, Teresa Ekelar from Ohio State, yep. Crystal Simmons, St. John's, Brandy Harvey Carr from DePaul. So these are girls that are going to big-time schools and really making an impact.
Yes, actually St. John's has another player of ours, Sandra Udobi, who originates from Nigeria. She plays on that same team, and she's also graduated from Life Center, spent 3 years here at Life Center. So we do have a lot of good players. We have several international players. Teresa's from Woodbridge, Aja's from Voorhees, Crystal's actually from Spain. So we have Isis Young, who played just her senior year at Life Center, but she's at Florida. And we have another one, Bose Alabaki, who plays at Albany. So have a lot of good players in there. And we try to play a very we don't play in the NJSIA. We play about 35 games a season. So we play a lot of games, Maryland, D.C. We try to play the best competition and get our girls seen by college coaches, of course, playing against the better teams across the country.
So who's the best player out of this group?
That's hard to say. That's hard to say. I just think the situations there are different, but they all are pretty good, and I don't want to say best players. I think they're all good players. They play different positions, so I'll get a lot of texts from that if I try to name one player.
Try to bait you into that one, Coach.
Yeah,
that was good coach speak.
Not going to do it.
Good coach speak. Maneuvering out of that question.
Definitely.
Do any of these players have a chance of meeting up against one another? I haven't really looked too hard at the brackets yet.
Yeah, they already did last night.
Oh, okay.
Albany upset Florida, so Bose's team in Albany beat Isis Young team yesterday, which they were. I think Albany was like a 12 or something, and Florida was like a 4 or 5 seed. So they met up in the first round, and we already had a loss. But so a little bittersweet for me, but nice to them both to get in and play. But we already have one meetup, so we had a loss last night.
And most of the people in South Jersey know that Albany has a girl named Sharisha Richards, who is one of the top players in the nation and could be a lottery pick in the upcoming WNBA draft. So that's a great team they got going up there at Albany.
Yeah. Albany has a very good program. A lot of people, I guess, maybe not see them. They're not televised much. Me personally, I watch. It's fascinating for me to just turn on the TV every night and be able to watch 1, 2, 3 of our girls play. I follow the boys as well. We have boys at St. John's, Marquette. So it's a really good program, and I think that this thing like the news program and the radio show helps us get some more exposure.
What's it like coaching these kind of players when they're in high school? I mean, you know the kind of talent they have and that they can go to these big-time schools, and to have girls that are consistently going to schools like Maryland and DePaul and St. John's. I mean, these are top-quality women's programs. It's got to be neat to coach these girls in high school and see them develop.
It's definitely a good thing. It's a lot of pressure sometimes because when you have really good girls, you're expected to win a lot of games. So
sure.
That belongs with the territory. But I can say all of them have, been good talents, but really into the program and into the school. So they come, they play, they work hard. We have a long season. A lot of them, Asia Ellison was a big leader of our program, very vocal, being, I guess, the experience of having her dad, who, played professional basketball, Purvis Ellison. She was really good, had her brother there.
Nice.
So
never nervous Purvis.
There you go. So I think it's been really good. The girls really listen, and it's kind of a culture we've already built. So every person who comes into the school realizes, hey, you've got a target on your back. People are going to play against you hard. Unfortunately, we don't get to play a lot of schools in New Jersey. Some of them won't play us. Some of them, I'm not sure, decide not to play us. But we do play some schools, and I like playing home because you get to let the parents and everyone see, and they get a chance to see us.
I'm showing my age there a little bit with the never nervous Purvis reference.
That's definitely. I know that reference. I remember some of the kids when I talked to them about it, and they're like, was he good? I was like, was he good?
Was he good?
He was the number one player in the country.
Yeah, right.
That's what all you want to be. But definitely that shows our age. So
yeah, right. No doubt. So how are you keeping up with these girls this weekend? You got the tablet out or the 3 screens TV? What's going on? What's your strategy for keeping track of all these girls?
I do a lot of flipping on the screen. My daughter's into college sports, so she's a junior, so she keeps a lot of me on the the media, and she's telling me who won and what person did what. So I just kind of flip back and forth. That's what I do. Sometimes I have the computer open as well, but I just try to flip and try to catch all of them. And I get to see them from time to time. We've done some trips and gone to college practices, so that always helps because seeing and they come back to the school, seeing them inspires the younger athletes that we have to try to get to that next level.
We're talking with Hilton Clarke, who's the girls basketball coach at the Life Center Academy in Burlington. He's got about 6 former players now involved in the NCAA women's basketball tournament. Coach, wanted to ask you about the international presence on your team. How do you go about getting these kids, and what's their experience when they come over to the States to go to high school here? Their experience usually varies. Some of them are, a little more seasoned than others. A lot of them are raw, but hungry to come over here and play in our high school and try to make it to the college level. We have numerous contacts. Most of them, unbelievably, find us. I get calls, emails, texts all the time from people I don't know saying, hey, I have a girl looking to come play basketball at your program, or someone trying to come to States. And it's to me, baffles my mind that so many people know about us and contact us. But I think for the last 5 or 6 years that we've gotten some international kids that I guess the word's gotten out. And I usually just get emails, and then I look at video, talk to parents, talk to coaches. It's kind of a lengthy process because of, getting their grades and things like that. Because first and foremost, Life Center is an academic institution. So, sometimes a lot of these things I get and it doesn't really work for us because the schooling, their age, they have to speak the language. I get so many kids who don't speak English, Right.
It's hard to go to school here if you don't speak English. So we do get a lot of applications and interest, and, you kind of weed through them as you go along. And, probably we get 2 a year maybe. So it's not like we have 10 of them, but and it's a cost because, we do have a house here where they live with a teacher, and, that's it goes well, and the whole school and the community helps in with that. But it's definitely a big challenge for us and for that student because they're way away from home.
Good stuff, Coach. I appreciate you hopping on board with us, and good luck to your girls. Hopefully, one of them will be able to cut down the nets. I don't know. UConn looks pretty tough, but you never know when it comes down to March Madness.
You've already seen so many upset with the boys, and you had Florida get upset with the girls. So I'm looking for someone to beat UConn. It may happen, but it's probably not that the odds aren't with us. But you never know.